Good morning. Good morning. How are you on today? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Quick Word Tuesday. As you begin to come in, just take a moment for me and just share the video, tag somebody in it, and let them know that I am on. This is Quick Word Tuesday. I know that sometimes just starting out of the video, we have a few people that kind of drag in, and then midway of the video, then the people start pouring in. But if you can just begin to tag somebody and let them know that I am on so they don't catch the middle of the word or the latter part of the word all the way to the end, I promise you that today it will be a blessing to them. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me on this awesome Quick Word Tuesday. So on today, I want to just share with you just a moment. Um, about he that begun a good work in me, not just me but also in you, that as we migrating through 2024, that we all started off, this is now February and we're about to now shift into March. But in the beginning, good morning, that we had high hopes and we were believing, we were standing on business about what we believed that God was going to do and manifest in our lives. We were quoting and declaring and decreeing and going forth real strong. And sometimes around this time, you begin to see people begin to shift and go into other directions because by the time you didn't spoke it and by the time you didn't declared it, by the time you didn't decreed it, usually around moving into March, some people they kind of start kind of waving the white flag, like they're starting to surrender, like it ain't happened. I didn't spoke it. I didn't stood on it. I didn't dance. I didn't praise. I didn't fast. And it seemed like round about now it's not shifting for me. I even had to have a dialogue with God myself and saying that, God, I know some things that you spoke, and I remember prophecies that I have gotten, and they were saying to me, by the time 2024 hit, there's going to be a shifting for you, that things will begin to shift and take place, that people that never knew you, they're going to now start knowing your name, that opportunities and doors are going to begin to be open. I'm just talking about prophecies that was just coming to me right back to back, leading until 2024. And so in my mind, when I stepped over from 2023 to 2024, I thought that there were going to be some things that I wouldn't have to fight with no more. I thought that there was going to be some things that I did not have to see again. There was going to be some times that I'm now about to see the things that I prayed about, the things that I cried about, the things that I fasted about, the things that I sold into, the things that I know I danced and believed off of. I thought that by now that I would have been here. I want to help the people that saying that God, I trusted you with all my heart, God. I laid my dreams at your feet. God, I prayed. I laid prostrate. God, I danced. God, I did some things that I never thought that I would ever be able to do. I sold at a higher level because God, that's how my faith has been. God, I've given my last. God, even when I didn't know how things was going to even be able to shift for me, how things was going to be able to turn for me, how I didn't even know how the light bill was going to be paid. God, I still gave, and because God, I trusted. God, I sold into people, God, that never sold into me. God, I trusted their vision, God, even when nobody else was trusting in mine. God, here I am standing at your feet, Lord, believing, God, that you that started a work in me is going to be able to perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. I believe that with my whole heart. I started talking to God. I was kind of up and down even in my sleep on last night, sharing some thoughts and some things with God, saying, um, God, by now, surely I thought that I would have been able to see some things. By now, And a word that just dropped in my spirit was that he that begun a good work in me will perform it. He's going to perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. Listen, God is not going to come back. Listen, God is not going to crack the sky. Listen to me right now. Until what he has spoken over you come to pass. Listen, we're not going to leave earth to go to that prepared place until what God has spoken over you, Sister Tanya, Sister Wanda, Minister Bree, Brother Deacon Elect CJ, Sister Sharithia, into everything that God has spoken over you come to pass. Listen, death can't even come for me until what God has spoken has come to pass over my life. I want to encourage some folk that feel like they're running out of time. They're running out of time. The president, the CEO of the school that I went to for cosmetology passed. They had his funeral on this past Monday. And I remember him hosting every week. Every week they came in with encouraging words. I am, I will, I shall. Every week. Every week they was reminding us of who we are, what we will do, and what we will accomplish, no matter how hard it get. I remember him giving testimonies of how they started making relaxer in their kitchen and selling out of their house until it began to happen. Listen, they had every week meetings of reminding us that we won't quit. All the times I wanted to quit in ministry, there was something in me that kept pushing and saying, I am, I will, and I shall be who God has called me to be. I never even thought about it when I was setting up the declaration for my church that we recite every Sunday at the end of our service. I am who God says I am. I will be who God says I will be. And I will do what God says I will do. Every Sunday, we recite the same thing before we close out the end of our service. Why? Because I don't want people to ever feel that I've come this far and I've watched everybody else win, and here I am still feeling like God has not done it for me. He that begun a good work. I'm not talking about no shabby stuff. I'm not talking about no crazy stuff. I'm talking about a good work. I know that all of us are feeling like it. I've been watching everybody else win. I've been watching everybody else make it. I've been watching everybody else. God, like, when is my time? I've even said that. I've even, like, literally since 2024 came in, I said, come on, God. I didn't have to go in the room, in the closet, and be like, come on, God. Like, come on now. I'm out here. I'm trying all I can. Come on, God. And anybody had a come on, God moment? Like, come on, God. Come on, help me out. I'm trying. I'm giving it all I got. But God reminded me early on this morning that I started something great in you. And listen, I'm not going to stop. I don't care who quit. I don't care who don't do it. I'm not going to stop working my work in you unless you quit. Listen, God don't quit on us. The reason why we don't see things manifested is because we quit. He said, Philippians 1:6, be confident of this. He he ain't telling you that even walk like you in fear. He said, listen, check this, Sister Tanya. Be confident in this thing. Sister Courtney Davis, be confident in this. You ain't even got to doubt me. You ain't even got to doubt that it's going to happen for you. Be confident in this. Be confident in this. Minister Shanice Covington, be confident in this. That he who began a good work in you will perfect it until the day of Jesus Christ. In other words, he's saying that even up until the day I come, I'm going to still be performing miracles. Even up until the day that I crack the sky, I'm going to still be making it happen for you. God got receipts. Oh my God, he got receipts. Go check the Bible. And even at this moment, even if you don't want to trust what God did for Paul, James, Elijah, Jeremiah, you don't even want to check none of that. Check back the history. Check back the history on how he did for you just last year, last week. He got receipts, D. He got receipts on how he moved. He's the same God yesterday, today, and forevermore. He got receipts. He don't change. He don't change. Check the history. The thing that blessed me a whole lot, after 400 years of him not speaking from Old Testament to New Testament, 400 years, his word never changed. His word didn't change. When he showed up to Zechariah, he said to him, he sent Gabriel, the angel said, your prayers have been answered. In other words, be confident in this. He that begun a good work in you shall perform it. I know that you're saying, I'm getting old now. I even started saying, okay, God, I was looking for some things to be done, God, like literally in my 30s. God, I was looking for some stuff to be manifested. Literally, I was. God, honestly, I was looking for some stuff to hit in my 20s and my 30s. So God, what you doing? Like, God, God, don't you see that my time is passing? God, and that I'm just having a conversation with him. God, I need for you to run it. And God was like, my word is so powerful that it don't change. After 400 years of me not speaking, I didn't need to keep on saying something to remind them by the time they shifted from Old Testament to New Testament. You know why? He said, because my word don't change. I still feel the same about you. I still feel the same. I still feel the same about you, Sister Michelle. I still feel the same about you. There's nothing that you could have ever done to make God stop loving you. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing. I was saying to God, I said, God, I'm waiting. I'm waiting on my time. I'm waiting on for you to shift some stuff for me. I'm waiting. I listened to a preacher on this morning, and he said, I walk in integrity. If you here at my church for the wrong reason, he said, you can make this your last Sunday because I walk in integrity. That thing did something to me. I said, because God, I walk in integrity. And I know that if you can still reign on the unjust, the Bible said that you reign on the unjust. as well as the just. And I walk in integrity. So I know that all my prayers won't be in vain. So if you can look at Divine Destiny Ministry looking for foolishness, you can make this your last Sunday. Because he that begun a good work in me, I'm out here working the plan. I'm not out here for foolishness. I'm not trying to tag team with no mess. We walking in integrity over here. Why? Because plans have not changed for me. And I'm not going to change for nobody. I don't care what y'all doing. I don't care how y'all living. Y'all run that at the church across the street or down the road. What we came to do, because I'm confident in this thing, that I trust God. I believe in God. Let other people step shysty. Let them step that way. You be confident in who God called you to be. Be confident in the God that you serve. You ain't got to burn sage. You ain't got to sparkle with no crystals. You ain't got to roll with none of that stuff. You ain't got to tag team with no Muslims. You ain't got to tag team with the Jehovah Witnesses. You ain't got to tag team with no foolishness. You ain't got to sleep your way to the top. You ain't got to do none of that. Only thing you got to do is be confident. Be confident in the God that you serve. We walk in integrity. If you walk in integrity and be confident on who God has set in place, listen, God will perform what he spoke over your life. He's going to perform it. He's going to perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. Listen, he's going to do it. Um, there's even how people talk about how they manifest things. I'm manifesting my future. I'm manifesting this. Y'all, that's not God. That's not God. When people say that means that you're now trying to operate like God. That's not God. He that begun a good work in you shall perform it. In other words, God gonna manifest what he spoke over your life, how you got the power to be able to manifest it. So when people be talking about, I'm manifesting your future, I'm manifesting the car, I manifest this house. Now, they are works of the devil. We walk in integrity over here. Somebody just drop it in the chat. We walk in integrity over here because he that begun a good work in me, he shall perform it. Listen, I can't do nothing without God doing it in me and for me. Yes, I love your visibility. Your voice is needed. Keep showing up. Bless you, Elder Green. I thank you so much for joining us on today. Continue to pray for one another. Continue to do what God has called us to do. I'm telling you, I know it gets tiresome. I know it gets weary. I promise you that you're not the only one that feels like that. Sometimes I do too. Being a pastor, sometimes I promise you, we have more on us than than all of you. We carry more weights on our shoulders. But guess what I keep doing? I keep showing up because I believe that he that begun a good work in me, he's going to perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. I pray that this word has been a blessing to you. I pray that it has. Continue to do the work of God. I'm telling you, what we're doing is not in vain. God is up to something awesome, and he will complete what he has started. I see you this evening at 6 p.m. as we go forth in the word of God. I'm telling you, I have something awesome to share on tonight. I'm telling you, we've been digging in, teaching on the different things of love, how God described love in his Bible. And on tonight, there's going to be an awesome way on tonight that I want us to be able to tap into. And I'm telling you, it's going to bless your entire life on how you view you. It's how you're going to be able to see your future. Catch me 6 p.m. tonight. It's going to do something amazing in your life. Have an awesome and wonderful day. And to God be all of the glory.